So answering some questions from yesterday's assignment. Number 10 on worksheet 3, r equals 4 cosine 3 theta. We know from the format of that equation that it's a rows, and n is odd. So that means there are n petals, so 3 petals. So I kind of have an idea already what it's going to look like. It's cosine. That means I should have a petal at theta equals 0. But if I'm not sure, I can just make a table of values and see what happens. So at 0, cosine of 0 is 1, times 4 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my first petal, or the end of my first petal, I guess. That's just the point. My other 2 petals are going to be equally spaced. So I've got to figure out, well, where would they be so that they're equally spaced? I almost need like 2 pins to figure this out. Right? Like, it wouldn't be there. That wouldn't be equally spaced. It wouldn't be there. That's not equally spaced. So, let's see. You might be able to eyeball it, but you can also say there'll be 2 pi and there's 3 petals. So each petal is 2 pi over 3 apart. So if I go over to 2 pi over 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, one of them's there, and then 2 more pi over 3, or 2 pi over 3 more, would be at 4 pi over 3. And once you get them on there, you can tell by looking at it, oh yeah, those are equally spaced petals. And so there's my 3 petaled rows. Equally spaced, always equally spaced, with a petal at 0 because it's cosine. Shall we do a Lima song? Like 16 or 18. Let's do 18. R equals 2 plus 4 cosine theta. Alright, I could tell by looking that's going to be a Lima song. You tell me though, is that a loop or a no loop Lima song? Loop or no loop? I see one nod and one yes and one no. Loop or no loop? There's some more voices. Yes, loop. Remember the first number is the circle-y part, because if it was just r equals 2, it'd be a circle. The rest of the weird stuff is the loopy part. And so the loopy part is bigger than the circle-y part, so it's got a loop. It's cosine, so I know it has a left-right orientation. So I can know already what the basic shape of this thing is going to be. See if I can freehand one here. That's not bad. It's going to look something like that. But something like that isn't really good enough, what we're looking for here. So let's pick some key points, match what we know, Lima song with the loop, x direction, with some key points, and then we'll have a nice looking graph. So if I start with 0, cosine of 0 is 1. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it starts all the way out there at 6. And again, since I know the shape, I don't really need an extensive table of values. I just need to hit some key points here. Pi over 2. See, cosine of pi over 2 is 0. 2 plus 0 would be 2. Say that again?
So like when you have the cosine one for the pi, is it going to be at 2 where, not pi, like when we do 3 pi over 2, it will be at 2, -2, where like be a mirror over the x-axis.
Yeah, when we get to 3 pi over 2, cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0.
Is it always like that?
Yes, it'll always be like symmetric.
Okay.
Yep. At pi, let's see, at pi we would go, cosine of pi is -1. 2 minus 4 is -2. So we would graph it right there. And now we can play connect the dots. Although maybe I should have connected them before I put them, or as I went, because that looks a little bit funny, but we know what the shape is. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking limaçon I just drew. Practice, practice, practice. You finally figure some things out.